Okay, so we are here today to talk about how we run profitable Amazon sponsored campaigns. Okay, folks, here we are uh, come here for the webinar where we actually talk about run profitable campaigns on Amazon sponsored campaigns, and here we will see the tricks and strategies we usually follow, and what are the best practices we need to follow to run profitable campaigns and to bring down our costs. Let me introduce my colleagues here who are with me right now. So, Varun Patel, he's the CEO of SellOnline.ai. He's with me right now, and I'm working as a vice president product management in Sell Online right now. So let me tell you guys a little bit uh, brief about SellOnline.ai. SellOnline.ai is a AI-based PPC optimization platform for Amazon sellers to analyze, manage, and optimize Amazon-sponsored campaigns. We have actually started with the idea we actually thought of creating a tool which will help us to bring down the cost and the time uh, that will actually be spent in optimizing campaigns on Amazon sponsored uh, uh, campaigns basically, and that's the reason we have created this tool. And I'll tell you the benefit and features of SellOnline.ai after in the presentation. Let me show you the today's agenda right now. Let's have a quick look at the agenda. So the topics are like why sponsored products are ads are required, what is the best perfect campaign structure, uh, how we make bid adjustments, what is the difference between ACOS and profits, and in the end, as I told you, we'll go through our SellOnline.ai features. So the first question is why sponsored product ads are required, and as we know, nowadays there are very much competition in the market, and e-commerce players are actually finding the ways how they promote their product, from where they'll get the extra sales, and how they actually optimize their sales more. And as per the current survey, current Amazon survey in 2018, only there are almost 80% of shoppers use Amazon to discover new products and brands. So that means this is the best platform for the new brands and the new products to get the awareness going on. They'll get the initial awareness between the shoppers and users or buyers basically. And the second point, 53% of Amazon shoppers feel more comfortable buying an unfamiliar brand basically, and they do almost 70% shoppers do window shopping. So that means many people don't have a willing to buy or something, like they just do the window shopping and they end up being a buyer of our product or maybe new products or new brands. So this is the best way where e-commerce company promote their products or maybe launch their products on Amazon, and so that they'll acquire new shoppers as well. And then you can see 50% of Amazon shopper aren't willing to go beyond second page. So you have to do paid advertisement to be on the first page. And because they are new products, and to be SEO best in SEO, you need some time. So you before if you launch your new products and if it's not on the first page, then paid advertisement are the best friend of e-commerce company here. So that's the reason why we need to use Amazon sponsored product ads here, and it also brings a revenue, initial revenue for the company itself, and it's very cheaper than Google AdWords or Bing ad center ads basically. Let's talk about campaign structure here. So now we know we need to do Amazon sponsored campaign campaigns to bring our revenue more, like to bring more revenue to the company and to get more sales out of Amazon. So we have need to have a perfect campaign structure. So here on Amazon, we have two types of campaigns. One is automatic campaign and one is manual campaign. So the automatic campaigns have very low effort. It's basically for the people who do not have much of knowledge about PPC, like pay per click campaigns. So they what they can do, they just launch, just go there and just put the campaign name, put the budget, select your product, and launch the campaigns. That's all. Like this is for the people who do not have much of knowledge, and uh, it's very like you do not have to put much of effort here. But there's a bad effect also, like it will not give you much of the returns from your budget basically, and you end up having a high a cost, yeah, average cost of sales. So the best practice is like in the start you run automatic campaigns and get the search terms from there and launch your manual campaigns. In manual campaigns, you can use almost all possible type of keywords like match types. You can use exact match, phrase match, broad match. Here, different type of keywords. In the next slides, we'll talk about that also. So in manual campaigns, there's a high effort. You have to create different campaigns, fine grained campaign structure here. Let's see how a perfect campaign structure look like. So there are different asins also, like different products with different product IDs. So in the start you launch automatic campaigns, and then in the manual campaign you just create three ad groups with the three match types and for one asin basically. That's called a purely a fine grained campaign structure here, and that will give you a more flexibility with your bidding also. Bidding and while analyzing your campaigns, you can easily see which ASIN is working, which keyword type is working, and which product category actually working, subcategory is working. So you have to launch your campaign in a fine grained way. And in the negative keywords, you always use exact and phrase. Do not put any broad match there. It will totally ban your main keywords, and like uh, very bad effect it will make on your campaigns. So the key is here again, and the if you say the best match type, I'll pick up here. So like the best ACOS game key match types are in the start you use broad match, and after getting a good number of search term, you put them in exact match and bid high. Bid high is the key. Uh, you have to be like after having a good strong content also you have to beat your competitors. So there's a like relevancy score also. We'll talk about it later in the PPT, and we'll tell you like why it's important. There's a myth. We'll talk about it like in the next slides. Okay, let's go to let's see the difference between keyword and search terms. Why they are like important search terms. Why we have to see our search terms in the campaigns. So the difference in between keyword and search term is keyword what you are bidding for. So you just did a manual research. You did took the keywords from Google Planner, or maybe like from the Google search, or maybe there are many paid tools also who can actually suggest you the keywords. You actually put it your keywords. Okay. So yeah, so I'm going through keywords versus search terms. So keyword are what you bid for basically. You put keywords manually. You like think about it. You can see the relevancy between your content or product, and you just manually type those keywords into the campaign. These are the starting keywords. Like if you are selling a pen, you can type red pen or maybe black pen, or these are the manual keywords, and you put them in broad match in the start itself. So after like you put like a black pen out there, then there maybe you can see in the search terms there are many people who are actually looking for a Parker red pen or maybe Parker black pen. So these are the systems, like people, what you are actually bidding for and what actually people are looking for. So whenever a person is typing, will type those keywords in the search bar on the Amazon. Amazon tracks them and they put it into your search term report. And those are the queries where your product are actually appeared. So you have to see those terms, and these are very profitable search terms because it will tell you the intent of your users, your buyers. Okay. So you have to keep an eye on them. You keep adding them in your main keywords in an exact match and bid high for them. Then, as I'm talking about much of about match types. Let's see the difference between match types also. So let's take an example of wallet man here. So wallet for man is a keyword. It's in broad match right now. So let's see the match types here. In exact match, uh, there are many people who can like directly type keyword wallet man or maybe large wallet for man or wallet for man leather. These are the keyword in exact match, and you have to put exactly these terms only, like wallet man only or maybe large wallet for man only, and your ad will appear only to these terms in the same way like it's written here. You cannot change the sequence also, like you cannot put man wallet. So in the exact match, you have to put your have to Amazon will show your ads exactly on the same keyword. In the phrase match, people will add the terms in the front or maybe in the back of the keyword, like wallet man small or maybe fabric wallet man. So it's a phrase like it's between the keywords, uh, separate keywords. So it will give you the more visibility and it's like kind of average stuff, like in between exact and broad. So it also restrict to show your ads on some keywords, but it also give you visibility. So then there's a broad match. In broad match, your keyword can have any sequence. Uh, in the on the similar terms also, it will appear like wallet stylish man or wallet black man kind of keywords, and anything like you can in any sequence you can user can type any sequence keywords and our ad will appear to him. And you can see like in exact match you have less visibility, less cost and high profits because you are spending less and you are getting more. And these are the query. That's why I'm telling you, so you put the search terms in exact match because it's exactly matching the intent of your user and your buyer, and they are exact see the ad what they are exactly looking for. In broad match, maybe the thing is like your ad will match up with some different keyword that are not relevant, much relevant with your ads, and people end up like just clicking and they'll not buy. You'll have the more visibility, but there's a low profit also because you won't get much of the conversions here. And I'd suggest like you just do a mix from the both of the worlds. Like you start with broad match, get the search terms out of it, and start bidding on the exact match here. So now I just told you about you have to bid on these keywords as well to be on the top of it. Content is not the only thing you have to focus. You have to focus on your bids also, and uh, bids is a key. Like how you adjust your bids, how you find your right bid is the important thing. So let's talk about bid adjustments here. So first of all, like we have to think how we find the right bid. How you find the right bid. So in the start, like what is your target ACOS, and how if you don't know like how we know the target ACOS also, there is a question. So you have to think about your break even target ACOS first of all. ACOS is average cost of sales. You have to divide your cost with the sales. You'll find a percentage. You'll get the percentage of your ACOS. And after getting your target ACOS, you have to see your margins also. So what you need to do, you need to just divide. Like let's say your target ACOS is break-even ACOS is 20%, and you want a margin of 5% out of it. So you just minus like you just minus 5% from 20%, and you'll get 15% out of it. Now you know the window. Like you can go up to 15% only. So you have to uh, bid accordingly in the start. Like you have to bid, like you have to in the start you have to increase your bids like by 30%, incremental bid, and then after like you reach your target ACOS or maybe break even ACOS, then you start decreasing it. You have to like see in the both ways. You have to increase your bids also, you have to decrease your bids also. And after analyzing, you have to take a period of like 7 days or 14 days to see the behavior, like how your bids are like going, like how much bid you have to like put there to get the maximum profit out of it, and how you are like how much you have to bid to get your 15% ACOS. So which like in between which how much you need to bid to get 15% ACOS, and when you are getting 15% ACOS from your past 14 days, 7 to 14 days. So you have to like see those things, and you have to see the trends, and then you have to bid accordingly. And after like analyzing these things, like after 2 weeks or a month, you will find your right bid there, and you will start seeing your like optimize. You can start seeing decrease in your ACOS here. So let's see the difference between ACOS versus profit also. So there are many persons who always say I'm getting like 20% ACOS or 23% ACOS. That doesn't mean like he's getting profit also. So it might be like you are getting more profit at 30% or maybe 20%. So ACOS. So let's see the difference. Like let's see how it vary. Like some people only say I'm getting this much of ACOS and I'm uh, getting profit. Show you the difference. Like I'll show you the small calculation here to understand it more. So let's take a case study. Let's take a situation here. So let's take our product price is $15, and profit per unit before PPC is like 5. So you are getting actually $10 of profit, and you're having 1,000 impressions here. So it is like after like here your ad spend is like $25, $5, $16, and $3.50, and you can see your CPCs here. Like so after like here you can see on 20% air cost, a profit after ads a person is getting $4, but at the 23% air cost he is only getting $1.5. So you can easily see this calculation and understand like how your bid also important, and how much you need to set your target to get the maximum profit out of it. It's totally a wrong way if a person is saying I'm getting this much of ACOS, and it doesn't mean like he's getting the profit, like the maximum profit. So you have to adjust your bids also to like get the maximum sales out of it. Now I think many of you guys have these questions in your mind. How much time it will take to analyze the data? And it's a very hectic task on Amazon, because it's not like very simple like Google AdWords. In the UI also, like it's not very much user friendly. So you have to see, and there are many reports on Amazon that are not very much easy to understand. So there are many things. So then second question is like how much data you need, what are the KPIs data you need to make bid adjustments, how many modifications you have to make in order to optimize your campaign, and there are many more questions you need to answer. Like you need to find the answers to get to your optimization done in a better way. So for all these problems, and there are many more problems in the same way, we actually built this software called SaleOnline.ai. Here we present you the SaleOnline.ai. You can easily log in through our website, and you will get a initial 14 days trial period. And today for attendees, we are giving a lifetime free beta version of our tool. So you can easily log in through that and see the decrease in your ACOS and increase in your profits. You can easily get that hand-on experience on our software. After the presentation itself, you can onboard your accounts there. Let's see the features like what SaleOnline.ai offers you. So here you will get integrated one tool like where you will see all the reports. Like you can see a full fledged dashboard where you can have a what I view like what your campaigns are actually doing great and which keywords are not performing, which are best, which are roast, and what is the performance like in 7 days, 15 days, 30 days period, and there are like you can easily understand by seeing the graphs also understand the analyze the trend also how your campaigns are performing. uh, Next is like no seller central reports here like in seller central there are reports are very confusing. Here you can see a easy view of your reports that can like you can just have a view and understand like which is performing best here. Then you can see a campaign level at group level reports, and you can have a quick view of your campaigns, which one is like driving more good a cost to you, and which are like actually getting a targeted a cost or not, and whom you need to pause and whom you need to bid more or maybe increase budgets or maybe like made the changes basically. So easy view. Then they are optimizer. So this is one of the like key feature of our tool. So here we gives you recommendations like whenever you get a new source terms or maybe whenever there's a good or maybe bad changes happens on your keywords, we gives you suggestion like how much you need to bid or how much you need to change your bids. Say it's a campaign level at group level reports, then it's bid manager. So here you'll see the recommendations. You can easily accept them and reject them. It's only for manual campaigns. Like if your AI mode is off, then you will see the recommendations. You can like see the data, experimental data here, and then check if you want to change your bid or not. If you want to accept our recommendations or not, it's totally on you. So you can easily have a view like what we are recommending, and our software is like gives you recommendation these recommendations on machine learning. So it analyzed almost 2 months of data. Like initially it started with 7 days, then it like accordingly like if a keyword is more than or than 2 months also like it stores data and analyze the behavior, how it's slow and like how much you need to bid to get the maximum out of it. So it analyzes, it learns, and it gives you recommendations to get you the maximum profit here. Then there's a keyword tab also, negative keyword tab also. You can easily see which keywords are not performing here in the keyword report, and then you can add them. If they are not performing, you will add them in the negative keywords. There's a search term tab also. So you'll see the search terms from your campaigns. You analyze them. You can add them as a negative keyword if you want to. You can add them as a keyword in your campaign directly. It's very easy UI structure here. You will not get these features on Amazon UI itself or maybe in any other softwares. So here you can see the change history also. You can undo them. Like if you by mistakenly you actually made any bid changes or maybe you just added any keywords or maybe anything like you just do revert. You just change your bid to the old one again. If you do not want to change your bid or maybe you buy like by mistake you actually made those changes. You can see here, and you can also see our tool. If you switch on your AI mode on, if you put it on, our optimizer automatically changes your bits according to the data, and you can see the change, like here, changes here. And if you don't, if you want, like if our optimizer changed any bit, and if you think like it's not good, then you can revert that thing also. But maximum, like it's almost we have checked our tool internally, and it's performed very well for our many of our clients, basically. So guys, that is all from my side. Guys can log in through our website and get your free trial now. So that's all from my side. Let's have a question answer session now.